After years of watching Sony and Canon dominate the headlines, Panasonic might finally be ready to remind everyone why they're still in the game. From a flagship that could outshine the industry's best to a cult favorite compact, making its long-awaited return, Panasonic's 2025 and 2026 lineup is bigger, bolder, and more aggressive than anyone expected. You're watching Alt Buzz, your home for the latest camera rumors, reviews, and photography innovation. If you love cinematic storytelling and deep dive camera content, make sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. All right, let's dive into Panasonic's bold new Lumix lineup for 2025 and 2026. Here's the thing. Panasonic has been playing it safe for too long. But if the rumors are true, the Lumix S1X isn't just another flagship. It's a statement. This camera is rumored to feature a 49-megapixel full-frame sensor capable of shooting 8.5K video at 60 frames per second. Let that sink in. Not 4K, not 6K, 8.5K. That's resolution most cinema cameras can't touch, packed into a mirrorless body that weighs around 1,150 grams. But here's where it gets interesting. The S1X is expected to deliver 17 stops of dynamic range. That's unprecedented. Whether you're shooting a wedding in harsh midday sun or a narrative film with challenging lighting, this camera is built to capture every shadow and highlight without compromise. The autofocus? Finally, it's phase detect hybrid. Panasonic listened. After years of criticism about contrast-based autofocus holding them back, they've equipped their flagship with the tracking performance professionals demand. Combine that with an 8.5 stop image stabilization system, and you've got a camera that's as stable handheld as some gimbals. Then there's the triple native ISO technology, giving you clean footage in everything from bright daylight to near darkness. The electronic viewfinder reportedly hits 9.44 million dots, making it one of the sharpest EVFs on the market. And yes, it records ProRes RAW internally with built-in neutral density filters for ultimate exposure control. Who is this for? High-end professionals, cinematographers shooting commercials, agencies that need one camera to replace an entire kit, flagship collectors who want the absolute best. The expected price? $5,499. Now, before you wince, consider this. That's $800 less than the Canon R1 at $6,299, and almost $1,000 cheaper than the Sony A1 Mark II at $6,498. Meanwhile, it's positioned to match or exceed the Nikon Z9, which sits at $4,999. Panasonic isn't just competing, they're undercutting the competition while delivering specs that sound like science fiction. If Panasonic pulls this off, the S1X could be the flagship that changes everything. But let's see if they can back up the hype when it launches in Q4 of 2026. Now, if you're a filmmaker who lives and breathes video, this is the one you've been waiting for. The Lumix S1X II is Panasonic's answer to the Sony FX III and the Canon R5C, and it's coming in hot. This is a cinema-first camera built for professionals who don't compromise on video quality. Rumored specs include a 24.6 megapixel full-frame sensor optimized specifically for video. That means better heat management, better low-light performance, and cleaner footage at high ISOs. It's expected to shoot 8K at 30 frames per second, 6K at 60 frames per second, and 4K at an insane 240 frames per second for ultra-slow motion work. And here's the kicker. Unlimited recording, no overheating, no 30-minute caps. Just shoot until your card is full or your battery dies. Panasonic's active cooling system makes this possible, and for documentary filmmakers or live event shooters, that's everything. The S1X II is also rumored to include internal ProRes RAW recording. That's massive. You're getting cinema-grade codecs without external recorders, keeping your rig lightweight and your workflow streamlined. Phase detect hybrid autofocus finally joins the party here too, fixing what's been Panasonic's biggest weakness for years. Combined with built-in neutral density filters, a feature you'd normally find on cameras twice the price, this is a filmmaker's dream. Who's this for? professional videographers, documentary filmmakers, cinema shooters who need reliability and flexibility on set. Anyone tired of swapping between photo and video bodies. The expected price is $4,299, positioning it just above the Sony FX3 at $3,698 and slightly higher than the Canon R5C at $3,400. But consider what you're getting. 8K internal recording, ProRes RAW, unlimited shooting, and phase detect autofocus in a cinema-focused body. This is Panasonic's first real 8K camera, and if they nail the execution, it could dethrone Sony's FX3 as the go-to cinema hybrid. Keep your eyes on Q1 of 2026. If you're enjoying this Lumix lineup so far, don't forget to subscribe to Alt Buzz. And if you'd like to support the channel directly, you can now send us super thanks or join our channel membership for exclusive perks. Let's talk about the sweet spot, the camera that bridges professional photography and serious video work without emptying your bank account. The Lumix S5R is rumored to pack a 60-megapixel full-frame sensor, the same one found in the Leica SL3. That's commercial photography territory. Landscape shooters, architecture photographers, and anyone who needs massive resolution for cropping and printing will find this irresistible. But here's what makes the S5R special. It's not just a stills camera. It's expected to shoot 8K at 30 frames per second and 6K at 60 frames per second, with internal ProRes RAW recording. That's video specs that rival cinema cameras, wrapped in a compact body weighing just 740 grams. The image stabilization system is rumored to deliver 8 stops of correction. That means you can shoot handheld in low light, use slower shutter speeds, and still walk away with razor-sharp images. And if 60 megapixels isn't enough, there's supposedly a 240 megapixel high-resolution mode for ultimate detail. Who needs this? Landscape photographers who want flexibility, commercial shooters balancing clients who need both stills and video, hybrid creators who refuse to choose between resolution and video capability. Here's the best part. The expected price is $2,799. To put that in perspective, the Sony a7R5 costs $3,898. That's $1,099 more for similar specs. The Nikon Z8 sits at $3,996. Again, over $1,000 higher. Panasonic is undercutting the competition while delivering Leica-level image quality in a compact, travel-friendly package. That's aggressive pricing that could make the S5R one of the best value cameras of 2026. Expect this one in Q1 of 2026. And if you've been eyeing high-resolution, full-frame cameras but balking at the price, this might be your moment. After 7 years of silence, the LX series is back. The Lumix LX100 III is Panasonic's answer to the Fujifilm X100 III and the Ricoh GR3. Premium compact cameras that fit in your jacket pocket but deliver professional results. This camera is rumored to feature a 25.2 megapixel micro four thirds sensor paired with a fixed 24 to 75 millimeter equivalent f1.7 to 2.8 Leica lens. That's a bright, versatile zoom in a body that weighs just 425 grams. The big upgrade? 779-point phase detect autofocus. The original LX100 and LX100 II relied on contrast-based autofocus, which was slow and unreliable. This fixes everything. You're getting fast, accurate tracking that makes street photography and travel shooting effortless. Video capabilities are solid too. 4K at 60 frames per second with 10-bit color depth. That's more than enough for vloggers, travel filmmakers, and hybrid shooters who want a compact second camera. And here's something unexpected. The LX100 III is rumored to be weather-sealed. That's a first for the LX series. Rain, dust, and rough conditions won't stop you anymore. Who's this for? Street photographers who want premium optics in a pocketable body, travel shooters tired of lugging full kits, content creators who need a grab-and-go camera that doesn't compromise on quality. The expected price is $1,199. Used LX100 II models still sell for $600 to $750. proving the demand for premium compacts is real. At this price, you're getting modern face-detect autofocus, weather sealing, and improved video, all in a package that fits in your everyday carry. Expect this to drop in December of 2025 or Q1 of 2026. If Fujifilm's X100 series taught us anything, it's that premium compacts are back in demand. Panasonic's timing couldn't be better. Quick reminder, our AltBuzz website is live with exclusive behind-the-scenes camera insights and rumor deep dives. Check it out after this video. Link in the description. Here's where things get emotional. The Lumix GM5 was discontinued years ago, but it never really died. Used models still command premium prices because nothing else combines an electronic viewfinder, in-body stabilization, and ultralight portability in a body this small. The rumored GM5 Mark II could change everything. Imagine a camera that weighs just 280 grams, lighter than most smartphones, but still packs a 25.2 megapixel micro four thirds sensor, an electronic viewfinder, and 5-axis in-body stabilization with 6 stops of correction. The Phase Detect autofocus system with 779 points makes this a legitimate street photography tool, not just a novelty. It's expected to shoot 4K at 60 frames per second, giving you serious video capability despite the compact form factor. And yes, it's rumored to be weather sealed. This is a camera you can throw in your bag and forget about until the perfect moment appears. Who is this for? Street photographers obsessed with portability, travelers who want the smallest interchangeable lens camera that doesn't sacrifice features, collectors who missed out on the original GM5, anyone who believes the best camera is the one you'll actually carry. The expected price is $1,099. That's premium pricing. But here's the thing. Original GM5s still sell used for $600 to $750. The demand is real. The cult status is real. If Panasonic actually brings this back, it'll be the smallest camera with an electronic viewfinder and in-body stabilization on the market. Limited production is expected, which means it could become a collector's item before it even hits store shelves. Look for this in Q3 or Q4 of 2026. And if you've been waiting for the perfect tiny camera, this might be it. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about the camera built specifically for content creators. The Lumix G100 II is Panasonic's answer to the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, and it's coming in with one massive advantage: affordability. This camera is rumored to feature a 25.2 megapixel micro four thirds sensor, 779-point phase detect autofocus, and finally, 5-axis in-body stabilization. That was the biggest complaint about the original G100. Panasonic listened. Video specs are exactly what vloggers need. 4K at 60 frames per second with 10-bit color. The fully articulating screen makes framing yourself effortless. And the 3-microphone array ensures clean audio even in noisy environments. Who's this for? YouTubers, vloggers, content creators on a budget, beginners who want serious features without the professional price tag. The expected price is $849 with the kit lens. Compare that to the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II at $999. That's $150 cheaper while delivering in-body stabilization, something Sony's camera lacks. For creators just starting out or upgrading from a smartphone, this is the perfect entry point into interchangeable lens cameras. You're getting modern face detect autofocus, solid video specs, and stabilization that makes handheld shooting smooth and professional. Expect this in Q2 of 2026. And if you're a vlogger who's been fence-sitting on which camera to buy, Panasonic just made your decision a lot easier. Before we wrap up, hit subscribe and consider sending a super thanks or becoming a channel member. It really helps us stay independent and keep creating these in-depth stories. So here's what Panasonic just did. For years, they've been the underdog, the brand everyone respected but few prioritized. Contrast-based autofocus held them back. Conservative specs kept them behind Sony and Canon. Pricing was safe but uninspiring. But this lineup? This is different. Phase detect autofocus across every single camera. That's the foundation. 8K recording in multiple models. Aggressive pricing that undercuts the competition by hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars. From the ultra-portable GM5 II to the flagship S1X with industry-leading 8.5K video and 17 stops of dynamic range, Panasonic isn't asking for permission anymore. They're betting that creators, filmmakers, and photographers are ready for a brand that delivers professional specs without the professional price tag. They're proving that you don't need to choose between affordability and cutting-edge technology. The S1X shows they can compete with the best. The S1H2 proves they understand cinema. The S5R delivers Leica quality at half the price. The GM5 III brings back the premium compact we've missed. The GM5 II resurrects a cult legend. And the G100 II gives vloggers everything they need for under $900. This is Panasonic's comeback. And honestly, it's about time. So which camera excites you most? The compact LX100 III or the flagship S1X? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, you can show your support by hitting super thanks or joining our channel membership for early updates and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. You've been watching Alt Buzz, where storytelling meets camera innovation. See you in the next one.